a body or two. I don't care what you're good at, I just need humans. So give me a 2-6 defensively. Good. Which one do you use to set? Garbage. Good. Anything else set? Good. You're right here. Good. This side, please. Good. You guys just get a defense for me. And coach, I want you at about 20 feet with a ball card. Okay. You have the right here pass. We do this almost every day of the spring. Basically, it's outside hitter versus team defense. Okay? A million different ways you can throw this in, and obviously, your system defensively, whatever you want to train and how you want to train it, feel free. Ball's going to get bowled from the coach. You're just going to go pass to attack. Makes sense? You guys are trying to do two things. Block it or dig it. As soon as those things happen, hit there, kill, block, dig, ball's gone, coach, next ball's bowled, and then you're in. Make sense? All right, do it. Good, next ball, see it, clear. Okay, freaks, so that would be the shell. Here's a couple things that we're doing in training. We have boxing mitts. So the ones that you do whatever the heck kind of training you guys do, where you're punching stuff and kickboxing. And we'll put them on our kids. Because when we're blocking and training, we want them to get way the heck across and go and take up space. But if you have players in the spring and you lose a middle or you lose a setter, the whole spring's toast. So we try to get them to be really, really aggressive. That's number one. Number two, offensively, these kids are hauling balls into the mitts and trying to skip them, which I think is a really, really good idea, especially at the higher levels. When we play the Wisconsins of the world and it's 6'7" and 6'8", 6'6", I'm not telling them to bang low seam because it comes back in a hurt. You want it high and flat and deep, so it makes a pretty good deal there. Here's some nuance to this. We can tell them they can run whatever they want. They can run a 2-ball, a rip, or a 32, a go. That's one way to do it. You can put a DS or someone back here, so if they control the ball and they can play it back to this side, we can keep it going. All right, and this group might need 7 kills to get out of it. They might need 7 kills to get out of it. When there's an error, it's -1. So it could be 3 kills, 4 kills, hit out of bounds 3, into the net 2. And they start to understand how to manage the game a little bit better. Okay? My favorite thing watching high school ball is there'll be the really good kid, and she'll bounce the ball down the line, and everyone in the gym's like, that kid's amazing. She'll miss a serve, shank 2 balls, double hit a ball, she's in the net, and she's -6. And I'm saying, yeah, she's got a great arm, and that was a big kill, but she hasn't learned how to play the game yet. Right? When you tell these kids, that's a great shot, but the out-of-system ball, the really ugly ball, the ball that they can't score on. You guys all remember Barry Bonds. Every pitch isn't a home run. Not every set has to be terminal, right? And you win a lot in club and high school if you make the least amount of errors. When you lose, it's mostly because you served out of bounds a ton, hit out of bounds a ton, you're in the net, you double hit balls, and you lose 25-22, and you're like, oh, we're so close, but you made 12 errors, right? So start talking about that in training. Let's do a few more. We're going to kill people. Good, freeze. Good effort. Freeze. So then, on that side, right, we're talking about this as outside hitter. So I would have a coach with them talking about shot selection or whatever it might be. It could either be pure audibles, where they're like 2-ball, rip, go, or the setter could dial it in every time. You could have 3 blockers. You come this way, just all of you stand here. We had one practice at Penn State. Russ had 8 practice players at the net. Like, there was nowhere to hit balls, and it was impossibly difficult. And we just had 3 people on the go, 3 people on the jet, 2 dudes committing on the middles. Right? You just have to find ways to challenge your team. That could be something you could do. Or the drill could be on that side. You're the outside hitter. They need to stuff the ball or transition with you X number of balls to get out of it. Does everyone see where I'm going with that? So it kind of depends what you want to do. All right? Same concept with the right side. Good. Now here's the only adjustment I'd make. I would have the ball passed, especially at the club and high school level for now. I would have the ball passed off someone small libero DS, and from this side of the court. 3 reasons. You're going to get better reps here. It's an easier ball for your setter to set. These guys don't have to think quite as much, because when you bowl the ball down the line or you get into the live serve receive stuff, this is as hard as it gets, right? Passing from right back, setter's got to track it, reverse it. These guys got to get good. So again, if your team's older or the level's really good, no harm, no foul. You can put the libero beside this person and hammer serves this way and work your way out of it. But for now, we're just working on right side attacking back sets, and we'll just do normal team defense, right? It's the same concept, ball gets ball. Good effort. Hit that in the middle of that, that's smart. Good time to talk about this, and again, I'm all over the map, but stay with me. When we talk about passing, serve, receive, hard-driven balls, that's in one silo. Free balls, down balls in a different silo. Okay? Where our setter is right now, what's your name? Rebecca. So, people love this. They're like, I see high school and club coaches when they put their setter here and their hands straight up. And the ball's supposed to magically fall on top of this all the time. And they'll train it and train it and train it and train it. And they're all fired up. And match 1 of the season comes out and the kid shanks it to right back. And everyone goes, what do we do? Right? Because you don't train the gnarly stuff enough. Right? You train the easy stuff. You toss perfect balls from coaches. A ball like that gets crazy. We're just not in a very good spot. So number 1, I'd say train ugly. Ugly first touches make it a lot more realistic. Being able to win high balls. When you start playing the sport, as a 12-year-old to 10-year-old, coach tells you to bump it high, set it high, hit it in. You get to the top of the bell curve, and it's all the college coaches. Double quick, wide slide, big dump. It's like, then you watch the Olympics, the Olympic men, what do you think they do? Bump it high, set it high, hit it high and hard and flat. Right? So the more you do that in training, the more out of system stuff to the roof. Really, really important to get comfortable with that. The last thing about this is, passing is really hard. And Kelly's presentation was awesome, and Mike's feedback on her was awesome, but I have 3 or 4 kids in 20 years that I thought were automatic, and that's about it. So make it easier on them. Let's get the target off the net. Let's have a miss in front. Every setter that's ever set a ball has no problem going this way and going back. Anyone who's not very strong or not very athletic, going this way and trying to go that way, you guys see 15 double hits every single match when you see that stuff, right? So you want to teach them to bail out here or bail out here, but we want to miss in front, we want to miss off. So that's for you. I don't think that's a terrible miss, it's just a little bit too far this way. Make sense? Let's do a few more. Same thing here, team defense. We put mittens on kids, or we'd be working on swing blocks, or we would need this opposite to get X number of kills in transition, or X number of stuffs. You guys all understand? There's a lot of different ways we can do it. The middle one's a lot tougher, and I'm just gonna show you what we do. So we basically would just say, let's say we're working on wide slides, or tight slides, or the one that's in between. Peace out. You're at the net. We'd have a ball being passed, same thing. So the middle's here. Ball gets passed, it's kind of a one-on-one deal. So I'm going this way, I'm gonna hit the slide, you're blocking me, you can play defense behind it. Okay, pretty simple stuff. Or we would say, ball in front, we're working on a quick or a 31, we might have a left side blocker in the middle, or a right side blocker in the middle, both trying to read and be available and be up on it. But again, it's just getting reps off a pretty good pass, trying to put pressure on the defense because the pass is perfect, right? We're obviously trying to serve them into trouble, put the ball on their center, but you want to overtrain it. You want to overtrain it so it's perfect and figure out what you're doing there. Okay, so that's outside of 13 feet. Right side, no block 15 feet stuff. Okay, I'm going to get into a drill we did a lot in the spring, and it was with no setters.